All right. Hello and welcome to a tactical reflection. This video is replacing the Wednesday video for week 9, day 3, 2022. And that is because, so my head camera, my GoPro 9, the SD card on it corrupted. And so because of that, all of the footage is completely unusable, which is kind of a big yikes. But there was another camper who had a GoPro, and they recorded some footage during the game, but they were using a GoPro 3 Plus, which came out in 2013. So it's just straight up 9 years old, and it has no video stabilization. And so when I was looking through some of the footage of this person running around and like stuff they're recording, it was so shaky it almost gave me nausea. It's not stuff that I want to put on YouTube. I think like maybe that would have been good for back in the day, but like the newer cameras, I have a newer camera that I think I'll loan them tomorrow to use that has some better stabilization that'll turn for better videos. But today, instead of looking at footage, here, if you want a quick recap, basically the lowdown of the day is that Aquila crushed again. Today it was 6-way, capture the flag, roving dominion style, and we had alliance with Arco, who was winning their 3-way games on Monday and Tuesday, as we were winning ours on Monday and Tuesday. And so with their help combined, we captured a ton of flags. And then I and a couple other defenders just stayed on defense a lot and held off a ton of raids from many different houses trying to come at us and steal our flags. And in the end, we ended with the most points out of any of the houses and won the game of 6-way. So, as a part of this tactical review, what are these weekly videos really about? Like looking back all throughout all of our content, because I made so much stuff at this point, a lot of like true weekly things, like the 5 videos. Like first one comes out Tuesday morning from the Monday footage, and the last one comes out Saturday morning from the Friday footage. I think we're on our 7th week of doing that, because I did weeks 4 through 9. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then week 1. So, yeah. 7 total weeks of footage. And, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of footage. But yet, when you scroll through it, it doesn't seem like that much. I don't know. It's just one of those things, I guess. Either way, the whole point of all of these videos was pretty much, well, the truest point was just sort of something to keep me busy during the summer before I go to college. Like, I knew that I would have to work at camp, and so I'd be doing that every day. But I also wanted something to occupy me more fully and to like keep me more busy throughout the summer. And so I decided to make some YouTube videos. I made just a few about camp in the past, and ASE has very little of their stuff online. They have a bunch of like scattered things. Honestly, more stuff has been uploaded by like parents who've recorded things than the actual camp itself has recorded things. So I personally have the single largest archive of Adventures in Cardboard content on the internet in the world, period. Like, that's what I did this summer. Essentially, I became the single foremost archival artist of Adventures in Cardboard content. So if anyone in the world wants to know what we're about, watching my stuff is, in theory, the best way of doing that. So just kind of like cementing all of this content, a lot of the like actual like weekly stuff. But before that, and especially in the gap between week 1 and week 4, I put out a ton of videos that were just my knowledge and my opinions and a bunch of meta videos, which I really enjoyed. I don't know how many other people actually have gone and watched those. I know some people have, and they've actually taken my advice and like done stuff differently based on the content in those videos, which is like literally perfect. There's literally nothing more I could want than that. Like, understanding the trials and tribulations I've gone through for the past 10 years of fighting and dying and, and killing others, and just like taking a part of my knowledge and using it to enhance their own game is like literally the best outcome of that. But some of the meta videos aren't really very good for outreach, which is sort of kind of what all these videos are really about. They're for showing people who don't go to camp or aren't there for multiple weeks what happens at camp, and then maybe convince them to sign up for more weeks because it's really cool, all the stuff we do here. And also, I guess the third mini objective was just to hopefully have fond memories personally and all of the other people who were in all the different weeks that they can look back on and just like see themselves back in summer of 2022 and all the cool stuff that happened. And yeah, I mean, already I go and look back on some of the videos at the start of summer. I'm like, dang, that was so long ago. I was so young and naive then. Now I'm old and jaded. So that's pretty much like what the actual content is. Now, the question, and really the truer part of the review, is now we essentially know the content is stuff to keep me busy that outreaches to other people, that also is an archive for us to look back on, both my knowledge and like the events of the camp. Am I doing a good job with these three objectives? And honestly, I believe in some ways I'm failing to meet with the standards I set for myself as far as like content goes in some of these videos. I have maintained daily uploads with maybe 2 exceptions, I think. Or maybe only one. And that one was because my basement flooded with water, and so we had to clean it all up. And so I didn't get a video out that weekend, but all of the rest of the days I've had stuff up. Even like today when my stuff is corrupted, I'm still going to put out this review. And that's really cool. But just because there's a large body of content doesn't mean all the content is good, is kind of what we're learning. So the thing that I'm kind of the most worried about is I intended for these videos to be able to be watched by whoever wants to see them. And ideally, it would be at least palatable for those who are not actually in the mix about Adventures in Cardboard. And sometimes some of these videos turn into very niche battle reports that are not particularly understandable or comprehensible unless you were there. If I was a better YouTuber, or if I had more time to like futz around with things, I would put way more effort into explaining exactly what's occurring in each one of these clips to just like provide context and just to make it like a better video that makes more sense, that's easier to watch for people who don't know what's going on. And good, easy, watchable content is literally just like the best thing. I don't know what to say. Like, it's just the ultimate peak of what I should be trying to do. And I think I've missed that rather egregiously in some cases. And that's like, that kind of sucks because it means that some of this body of content just won't be as good in the future. But then other parts of the body of content are really good, and I'm very proud of those. So, I don't know. It's a hit and miss for how good some of this content is. But it's all there. It's in its raw form. I made it, and it's staying up forever. So, now, knowing that I feel like I failed in a couple of places, could I do a better job? And like, what more would I actually be able to do, like, with all this content? So, in one of my videos months ago, I talked a bunch about my reasons for starting this channel and for doing daily uploads the entire summer. And perhaps some of my biggest inspirations from doing all these videos and just like daily uploads the whole summer actually comes from other YouTubers who I watched as a kid in the past and seen a lot of their stuff. There are 3 channels in particular that really kind of influenced me that I talked about way back. Oh God, in January, March, April, May, back in May. The 3 big ones were Dylan_, I Make MC Vids, and the baby channel that was made by Markiplier and Crank Gameplay is called Unis Honest. So the first two, Dylan underscore and I make MC vids, are both Minecraft YouTubers who work alongside other larger servers and create content that promotes the main server. So it's this whole they're technically partners to the server is what they are. And I feel like that's kind of the role that I'm in as a counselor. I'm working alongside a larger organization and I am creating content that promotes the organization based on what I record while I take part in the things that the organization is doing. It's very, very similar to the way these guys are doing their things, except they don't do daily uploads. They do like once every couple days because they've been going for a lot longer. They've been going for years, not just one summer. But there are a lot of different, very sophisticated promotional and like conceptual techniques that they use that are really quite effective. And I have half-heartedly tried to copy some of those into my videos just for the sake of possibly getting outsiders interested in one day joining the camp. But it's just not really done to the level that some of these professionals are doing it at. It sounds like a joke to call a Minecraft YouTuber a professional, but like sometimes the quality of content they produce, you can clearly tell it's a lot of experience and a lot of skill and thought put into it. And that is sort of by nature the definition of a professional. The third video, Unis Honest, was the inspiration to do daily uploads. Honestly, the daily uploads have not really been that hard because I've been gifted with being able to go to camp and have there be stuff there I'm able to record. If I had to just come up with stuff every day, it would be a lot rougher. But because there's stuff for me, I don't have to think as hard about it every single day. And so it's allowed me to continue recording for a lot longer. If I was going to continue this like into the school year, that would be terrible. I would have to think up so much stuff independently and it wouldn't be possible. I'd burn out and fizzle out and then the channel would die anyway. So I think having a good, solid conclusion at the end of the summer will mark a very, very good, very happy ending to this good story, which is also kind of like the big thing about Unis Honest. So, yeah. So, I mean, we talked about an end or a finale or something. So what really is the immediate feature going to look like? Essentially, for videos, I plan to finish out this last week of Adventures in Cardboard. I'm terribly sorry we didn't get this video out, but I have other content that didn't make it into Monday and Tuesday that I think will get collected with other content from the rest of the days and compiled into some other videos. So this will probably be a 5 or 6 video week, minus the video from Wednesday. But as soon as I get this last video up there are a few more different things that I want to get out there. There are a few more different like pieces of information that I have in my brain that I really, really, really want to put online. And those need to get out before the end of daily uploads. But as soon as this week ends and as soon as my last couple of ideas run dry, there's one other event that I really want to get scheduled and do. But then past that, daily uploads will come to an end. There'll be one final one, and then that'll be it. And I probably will not ever add to it ever again. And the channel will lie dormant for the rest of time. A little dramatic, but okay. Pretty much the channel is just going to be here forever. It will stay dormant for as long as it is wanted. It'll continue for years to be a source of content for campers to find if they're interested, or for other people who are like doing their due diligence on the camp, who like, I might want to send my kids here. What is the camp like? So they search it up and they find my channel and they watch some stuff and like, wow, this looks really cool. I'll send my campers here. That is like literally perfect advertising. That is like the most optimal way of my content being used. The other fun way, which I'm going to be very excited about, is it will slowly spread the legend of Ickerson. I've been kind of a notorious camper because I always wear all this armor. And now that there's a bunch of body of work that anyone in the world could find about me, any of the campers who ever hear about me will be able to go look online and find all this stuff on me and see how crazy of an individual I was. Uh, so my legend shall spread out through all time. Oh, and I guess another just like general advice, or not advice, but like information thing. This channel will always remain Adventures in Cardboard. I'm never going to put non-AIC stuff on this channel, so you don't have to worry about me like uploading other things that you might not be interested that are unrelated to Adventures in Cardboard. It's always just going to be AIC stuff. And honestly, I had a heck of a lot of fun doing daily uploads this summer, but I'm probably never going to upload content to YouTube like this. Like, this was kind of fun in many ways, but also was kind of miserable in others, and like not really worth it. I don't know. Well, no, that's not true. It was definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. But it is time for it to come to a close, and yeah, it's been good. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my little weird rant here. I'm not sure exactly what I've all been talking about, but yeah, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Best of luck, and I'll see you tomorrow for hopefully another daily upload.